Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into the story of Lei Jun. You might not know this name, but you've almost definitely heard of the company he founded, Xiaomi. Known for his high-quality yet affordable smartphone gadgets, Xiaomi has recently entered the booming EV market as well. But here's something most people don't know. Before Lei Jun became famous for hardware, his real genius lay in software development. His early experience not only revealed his high-tech talent, but also laid the foundation for his future empire. Let's rewind the clock and look at Lei Jun's early journey. It might inspire young entrepreneurs around the world. Lei Jun was born in December 1969 in Hubei, China. His father was an elementary school teacher. Even as a kid, Lei Jun loved reading. Villagers once recalled that, while others were watching movies, he'd be at home studying. In school, he was quiet and thoughtful. One time, when the class discussed Columbus, Lei Jun said, "Columbus shouldn't be praised. His real goal was conquest, not discovery." His critical thinking was admired by his teachers. Generally speaking, he was a model student. No skipping class, no troublemaking, just focus on doing things well. In 1987, at age 18, Lei Jun got into Wuhan University, majoring in computer science. Not because he loved computers at the time, but because a close friend chose it and he wanted to have something common. Even so, Lei Jun threw himself into learning. He woke up early, skipped naps, and spent every free moment studying. He later said he was terrified of falling behind, so he gave it everything he had. The same year, China was going through massive changes under Deng Xiaoping. The dream of entrepreneurship was everywhere. One day, while studying in the library, Lei Jun stumbled upon a book called Fire in the Valley, a story about startups in Silicon Valley. The night, he couldn't sleep. He told himself, one day, I'll build a great company too. To achieve that goal faster, he decided to finish all of the credits in 2 years. But he quickly hit a wall. How to even plan that? After seeking help from seniors, he learned how to choose the right courses and summarize the key lesson. When stuck, find someone who knows. Don't try to figure it all out yourself. Back then, even in top universities like Wuhan, access to computers was scarce. The whole department shared only 1 mini computer. Students need tickets to use it, 2 hours per week per person. Lei Jun wasn't satisfied, of course. He lined up outside the lab whenever he had free time, hoping for a chance to sneak in extra hours. He even wore slippers in the freezing cold just to be ready for the lab time. To maximize his time, he wrote code on paper first, so once he got to a machine, he could type it in right away. That's passion, that's self-drive, that's Lei Jun. By sophomore year in 1988, Lei Jun realized that learning theory wasn't enough. He started visiting Wuhan's electronic streets, a cluster of 100 tech shops. He'd ride a beat-up bike with 2 floppy disks and a programming book in his backpack. He fixed computers, exchanged knowledge, and gradually became well-known in the local tech scene. In spring 1989, he met Wang Quanguo, a Wuhan University alumni working at a network hardware company at that time. Lei Jun began writing software on Wang's office demo machines. If clients came, he'd help present products. His skill and dedication impressed Wang so much that when Lei Jun proposed developing an encryption software, Wang immediately agreed. That summer, the two worked day and night, sleeping on office sofas. In just 2 weeks, they completed their first software, BitLock, which earned them over 1 million yuan. At the time, Lei Jun was still a junior in college. His advice from this example, even if you are talented, having the right partner makes success easier. Their success drew attention. A colleague of Wang invited Lei Jun to co-found a company called Sensor, 3 colors in Chinese. But their first product, a clone of Rome expansion card, was quickly copied by a larger firm and crushed by economies of scale. Lei Jun later realized that passion and talent alone aren't enough. In China, successful entrepreneurs also need social experience, resources, and capital. Without them, failures come fast. At the end of 1989, Lei Jun and a classmate created an antivirus program called Immunity 90 after a campus-wide computer virus outbreak. They built it over a winter break, braving cold and daily bike racks. The software sold well, and even provincial police invited Lei Jun to lecture on antivirus technology. But they didn't continue. Lei Jun later regretted giving up, realizing that Just because a product already exists doesn't mean you can't build your own. Eventually, two big antivirus companies rose to dominate the market. It missed its first major opportunity. After graduating in 1991, Lei Jun worked at the Beijing Research Institute, but found the job dull. He returned to developing software in his spare time, but he felt lonely. No one to share the excitement with. Meanwhile, another legend was rising, Qiu Bojun, who wrote the PS 1.0, China's first Chinese word processor, entirely on his own. Over 120,000 lines of code. Lei Jun became a huge fan. In November 1991, Lei Jun met Qiu at a Expo. Qiu's sharp experience and charisma left a deep impression. A month later, Qiu invited Lei Jun to join Kingsoft. Lei Jun said yes immediately. In January 1992, Lei Jun moved to Zhuhai and became Kingsoft's sixth employee. In 1992, Lei Jun was promoted to general manager of Kingsoft's Beijing branch. But danger was looming. In 1993, Microsoft entered China with Word, directly challenging WPS. Lei Jun and Qiu responded with a massive new project, the Pangu Suite, named after the mythical creator of the Word. Their vision was to combine word processing, spreadsheets, dictionaries, and contact tools all in one. As you can see, the workload was brutal. The development dragged on for over 2 years, and Lei Jun often slept only 3 to 4 hours a night. When they launched in 1995, expectations were sky high, but it flopped. People even didn't understand what Pangu was for. Sales were just 2,000 units, far short of the 20,000 goal. After years of work, they had failed. By 1996, even WPS sales were falling. Kingsoft couldn't even pay salaries. Lei Jun was crushed and asked to resign. Qiu instead gave him 6 months to rest. During this break, Lei Jun ran laps to relieve stress, shouting, "I'm the best," to boost his confidence. He went clubbing at night and posted obsessively on internet forums. Interestingly, Pony Ma, the founder of Tencent, was a forum and a meme back then. In 1996, Lei Jun returned to Kingsoft. He chose to stick with software despite opportunities in health products and real estate. In 1997, WPS 97 launched. But by then, Alibaba and Tencent had already emerged. Lei Jun had missed the golden age of the internet, the second major opportunity. In 1998, at age 29, Lei Jun became Kingsoft's CEO. After nearly a decade of leadership, he led the company to a successful IPO in 2007. He then stepped down. But in 2011, now the founder of Xiaomi, Lei Jun returned to help Kingsoft again, this time as chairman, guiding it through another crisis. By then, he'd finally caught the wind. He was riding China's next big wave. Lei Jun's youth was marked by ambition, discipline, and relentless curiosity. These qualities made him a success at Kingsoft. But at 40, he looked back and still felt unfulfilled. This is what pushed him to create Xiaomi, a company that would finally realize his dream of changing the world. Thank you for watching today's story. If you find it inspiring, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.